Self-love, good evening, beautiful souls. Let me begin by asking you something simple yet powerful. When was the last time you looked into the mirror and whispered to yourself, I love you? Not for what you've achieved, not for how you look, not for who praises you, but simply because you are you. In a world that is constantly telling us to be someone else, to look a certain way, to achieve 1,000 things before we are considered enough, loving yourself becomes an act of rebellion. A beautiful rebellion. And I stand here not as someone who has always known self-love. No, I stand here as someone who had to learn it the hard way, through scars, through silence, through storms. There was a time when I believed I had to be perfect to be loved, that I had to hide my flaws, my pain, my imperfections, because they made me unworthy. But what I didn't know then and what I know now is this. Your flaws are not your weakness. They are the fabric of your authenticity. You see, life has this strange way of testing you, breaking you, so it can build you back up, stronger, softer, wiser. There was a chapter in my life when I felt invisible, not because no one saw me, but because I couldn't see myself. I had lost connection with my soul, with my voice, with my truth. I kept searching for validation in others, handing them pieces of me, hoping they'd give me worth. But here's the truth no one tells you. You can give the whole world pieces of yourself and still feel empty if you don't first love yourself. Self-love is not about standing in front of the mirror shouting affirmations. It's about embracing your shadows with the same tenderness you show your light. It's about forgiving yourself for the things you didn't know, the choices you regret, the chances you didn't take. We are so kind to others, aren't we? We forgive them when they make mistakes. We encourage them when they fall. But when it comes to ourselves, why do we become our worst critics? Why do we tear ourselves down instead of building ourselves up? Self-love is not selfish, it's sacred. It's looking at yourself right in the middle of your mess and saying, I am still worthy. It's holding your own hand when the world turns its back. It's sitting with your pain and telling it, you're allowed here. I won't run away from you anymore. I remember once standing under the stars, broken and breathless, wondering if I would ever feel whole again. And it hit me, not like a lightning bolt, but like a soft whisper from the universe. You are not broken. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. We're so afraid of being alone, aren't we? So afraid of silence. But there's a kind of silence that heals, a silence that allows you to hear your own heartbeat again. And in that silence, you begin to remember you were never created to fit in. You were born to stand out, to shine, to rise. Let the world call you too much, too emotional, too sensitive, too loud, too soft. Let them say what they want, because when you start to love yourself truly and deeply, you stop shrinking to fit into places that were never meant for you. You were meant to flourish still, and you are meant to fit into places that were never meant for you. You stop shrinking to fit into places that were never meant for you. You stop begging for love that costs you your peace. You stop apologizing for taking up space. Self-love is not just bubble bath and journal entries. Self-love is boundaries. Self-love is walking away from what doesn't nourish your soul. Self-love is saying no when everything in you is afraid of being disliked. Self-love is waking up every day and choosing to be gentle with yourself, even when you feel like you don't deserve it. Let me tell you something I wish someone told me years ago. You are enough, right now as you are. Not when you lose the weight, not when you get the promotion, not when someone else loves you. Now. You are not a project to be fixed. You are a soul to be cherished. And yes, there will be days when loving yourself feels impossible. Days when the mirror reflects pain instead of beauty. On those days, I want you to close your eyes and remember, even the moon has scars, and still it shines. You don't have to have it all together to be worthy of love. You don't have to be fearless to be strong. You don't have to be perfect to be beautiful. You just have to be real. And you are. So today, I invite you to begin again, right here, right now. Let this be the day you choose you. Choose to rest without guilt. Choose to dream without limits. Choose to cry without shame. Choose to speak your truth even if your voice trembles. Because you matter. Because you are not just a body, not just a face, not just a resume or a role. You are a miracle in motion, a masterpiece in progress. Don't let anyone, not even yourself, tell you otherwise. There is a fire within you waiting to be lit. There is a song in your soul waiting to be sung. There is a version of you, whole and free, waiting to be met. And she's closer than you think. All you have to do is love her. Not someday, but today. Thank you. Would you like this in a printable or shareable format too? Thanks for watching.